Yowza, it's freezing in here. In fact, it's so cold, it's 10 degrees in my garage. But because I like you guys so much, I'm still gonna do a video. And the video I'm gonna do today is on these, the DSX Flyknit 2's. Look at those, aren't those pretty? There we go, zoom in on those bad boys. And then these, the Nike Metcon 3's. These are pretty too. Let's find out which one is better. Okay, so the Nike Metcon 3 is the reigning champ in the functional fitness CrossFit trainer world. I prefer the Reebok Nano Weaves. That said, most people, I feel like, at least from what I talk to people, prefer these. Now, is that because they're Nike? That could be a good shot. Now, although I like these, I actually really like these, there's a few things that I don't like about them, but mainly what I don't like about them is the squeaking that comes from this, okay? Now, I get it, and you're probably gonna leave this in the comments. Cooper, you ought to just apply some baby powder, and then they'll be fine. I get it, I've done it. That said, I don't wanna buy a, 120, these are 150 or so. I don't want to buy a $150 pair of shoes and have to do DIY stuff to it, okay? I love doing DIY stuff, but having to apply baby powder to a $150 pair of shoes, it doesn't add up to me.
That doesn't make sense.
The second thing I don't like, and this is more about the DSX Flyknit 1's, not the Metcon 3's or the 2's, is the fact that they dig into the side of your foot. The DSX Flyknit 1's, the originals, dig into the side of your foot. I wasn't a big fan of those. In fact, I didn't like them much at all, okay? These, however, have improved in that aspect. Let me tell you about them. Okay, so let me get this out of the way. The outsole, this footbed right here, the whole last, it's the same as the Nike Metcon 3's and the DSX Flyknit 1's, okay? Nike and just about every other company out there runs on a 2-year cycle, okay? So they create a last, it's very expensive to create a last, and because it's expensive, they basically just use that same outsole and change the looks and the upper of the shoe every year, but they keep the last for 2 years. Now, if you're anything like me, you like just the new stuff that's coming out. You want the best, the greatest. Are these a big improvement on the DSX Flyknit 1's? Yes, these are a big improvement on those. However, are they a big improvement on the Nike Metcon 3's? I wouldn't say that they're a huge improvement on those. What I do like about the DSX Flyknit 2's is they use the Flyknit upper, but they use the high collar. So this goes all the way around. It's not a mid-length shoe, okay? It's still a low top. This just comes up and grips your foot, okay? These feel tight as soon as you put them on, okay? They literally do. As soon as you put them on, cut to the action sequence of me putting them on. Oh yeah. Okay, so you don't really even need to tie these for them to feel tight, okay? That's one of the advantages of the Flyknit upper. I like the way they feel. I like the tightness. I like them to feel as soon as I put them on. I don't even have to lace them up. They feel like they conform to the foot. That sock-like feeling. That's what Nike's known for with their Flyknit. And it's awesome. I love it, okay? I actually prefer it compared to the Nike Metcon 3's. In fact, I like these better than these. Now, will I like these better than the Nike Metcon 4's that are coming out and will be here soon? Probably, actually. And the reason is because of that Flyknit upper. I also like this little heel counter here. This little heel counter is enough to keep your foot in, your heel in, and also keep the shoe from digging into your Achilles. It's a big advantage, let me tell you. Now, the Metcons come in a wide array of colors. They always do. And the DSX Flyknits are no different. To start out with, though, they come out with the Murdered Outs, the Oreos, a few other colors, and the Metcon 4's are going to come out with, I think, 4 colors for men, 4 colors for women, something like that. The colors, when they come out with them, they're kind of unimpressive until they start coming out with more colors, okay? That said, I always like the Murdered Out ones. I had the Murdered Out in the Nike Metcon 3's until the American flag came out, and I'm American, so because I'm American, I get them, okay? Now, one thing you notice about these is these do have a higher heel-to-toe drop. These have a 6mm heel-to-toe drop. I prefer a minimalist shoe. It's one of the reasons I really like the Ultra Hit XTs. They have a 0mm drop, but they look kind of ugly, kind of like clown shoes. These kind of look like clown shoes too, okay? Because they're tight all the way around the shoe, and then they've got this big forefoot, which is a good thing because it allows you to display your toes, but it's just not something I'm used to, okay? So I prefer the way they feel and the way they perform. I just don't necessarily like the way they look on foot all the time. That said, I'm not a huge fan of the 6mm drop. I prefer a 0mm drop, but a 6mm isn't a huge difference. And really, if you wanted to, and Nike really doesn't want you to do this, but you could just take this out and just have it like this. Now, while I have this out, something to tell you, this is a different material than what's on the Nike Metcon 3 or the Nike Metcon DSX Flyknit 1's insole. Let me grab the other one. Okay, so as you see, this one's black, this one's white. This is the new one, this is the old one. Those aren't the only differences. This is very stiff, okay? This is a hard rubber. This is much more slinky, it's thinner. I'm hoping what this does is leads to less squeakiness in the shoe. That said, something to be aware of, because this is squishier, here, let me zoom in on that squishiness. Wow. See? Now let's check this one out. Okay, this one's stiffer. You can't really tell in the video probably, but this one is definitely stiffer. The older one is definitely stiffer. The newer one is softer. What that could mean, and I haven't noticed this in my little use of these because I literally just got these in, is these may be a little bit less stable, okay? The newer shoes may be a little bit less stable because they have more cushion, but then again, they may be more comfortable for running. We'll see. You're asking, Coop, what's the next shoe that I should buy? What shoe should I go with? The new Nike Metcon DSX Flyknit 2's because they're awesome and everybody's talking about them, or should I just go with the Nike Metcon 3's, or should I go with the Nike DSX Flyknit 1's? Okay, there's a lot of hard questions to ask, and if you like the newest, greatest, latest technology and everything like that, you could go with these. That said, the only difference between these and the 3's is really the upper, okay? That said, the upper is a pretty big deal, and I prefer the upper on these. If you just want to go the cheapest route and get a good shoe that's cheap, also looks cool, then get a Nike Metcon pair of 3's, okay? Nike Metcon 3's, these are a great shoe. You don't have to get all the special colorways. If you just want a shoe that performs, then just find the cheapest colorway there is and just buy those, okay? Because they're a great shoe, whether it's a Realtree edition, whether it's the America Heck Yeah edition, or, you know, whether it's just a crappy pair of all, you know, purples or something. I don't know. They have a billion colors of these things, okay? That's my opinion on shoes in general, okay? If you want performance, just go for what's cheap in a good shoe. If you want the coolest looking, latest, everything like that, so you can tell your friends at the CrossFit box that you have a new shoe, then go with these. It's been Coop with GarageGymReviews.com. Thanks for watching. Check out the full review on the website. Make sure you subscribe. What are you doing? You gotta subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, you need to do so because you're missing out on a lot of great things. Thanks for watching. Peace.